Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is that bad time. It is that bad channel. I hope you're ready for another exciting and soon to be classic edition of the Homestead Network's one and only Us. Live,
It is
live,
one and only
live.
us.
Live from just north of Cincinnati. It's Sunday night.
Mhm.
How are you guys doing there? RCB, Bandana Grandma. Hi,
Hi,
guys.
guys.
Hope
Hey,
you're having a
Grandma.
fabulous evening, and I hope you're staying warm.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be 16 tonight for us.
Really?
16.
Oh,
Chilly Willy.
okay.
Hey, Danny. What's up, Tommy? Orphan Lady.
Patrick.
Jaton. I wear aprons. That's just always fun to
Becky.
say. It's just fun to say every time. I wear aprons. Just read it right there. I
It
do.
is, Danny, you're right. It is freezing. And we had buckets and buckets of rain yesterday.
The weather has been chaotic
Yeah.
because before we had gotten probably, what, 2 inches of snow?
Yeah.
So we had
2 to 3 inches.
snow and it was really cold, down into the teens, down in the
Single
teens.
digits.
And then it
overnight.
was yesterday, it got up almost to 60 degrees.
And it rained
And now it's
all
in the
day.
20s again, right now.
Yeah.
So it was like everything's freezing, winter wonderland, yay!
And
And
now it's
then
all muck and
slush.
muddy and slush and gross.
And now it's all refreezing.
Yeah. So we have some ice skating rinks out in our
More like poop
back.
skating rinks. It's true. The cow goes out there,
Yeah.
and it all got
Yes,
slushy.
yes. Okay,
So
okay, okay.
it's like a slurry of cow and goat poo that we'll be able to ice skate on.
And then the kids will love it.
Just don't fall. Don't slip. Ah, what's wrong? I feel gross. That's because you just slid through a slushy of poo.
Okay, okay, okay. It wouldn't be slushy.
Oh, it is.
No. Oh my goodness. Andrew must be in another hemisphere because it's 42 degrees
106.
Celsius, 106
Woo!
Fahrenheit on Friday. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Well, welcome to
I'll
you
take
all.
the cold.
And it is officially, I guess, Christmas week, is it not? We are.
1 week to Christmas.
Yep. So we have an exciting and soon to be classic show prepared for you. That's what we got. A lot, dude. I got a lot. We are even gonna do. We've got some games. We've got some question games. We even have Mad Libs. You remember when you were a kid and you did the Mad Libs things where you fill in the words?
The stuff and the things.
Yeah, the stuff and the things.
Oh, West Sydney.
And so we figured we would do some holiday Mad Libs, and that'll be a lot of fun. So we got some, but that's for a little bit later. Recap what's going on tonight, baby cakes. Weather. Oh, we did our gingerbread houses.
Yep, we got those done, and I think most of them have been consumed.
Yes, I think all that's left is some of that little like brick and mortar kind of frosting stuff.
Man, that stuff is that it's insane.
It's so you could fashion like a nuclear proof bomb shelter out of it. Probably. It's so hard.
Yeah, Christmas is this month. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I think Simply Circus did theirs, and I think they used peanut butter.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I don't know. I didn't get a chance to watch all of it.
I watched it, and I distinctly remember there being peanut butter.
I saw peanut butter.
They did a good job with theirs.
Theirs was really cool.
Yeah, ours was kind of more like kid stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was just here's your ingredients, here's the stuff. Yes, it was royal icing. That stuff was nasty, but they just let their creativity roll.
Yeah. So check around. There's a lot of the channels that did that. We basically just kind of on the spur of the moment said, "Hey, we're gonna do gingerbread houses, gingerbread homesteads, and this is what we got." And we released that video today. So if there's anybody out there who's done one, sound off so that we can see in the comments section so everybody can go and look.
Yeah.
But go around to the other channels and see what kind of creativity everybody's been putting forth.
Really, I think it's a lot of fun.
Well, it was a lot of fun.
We should do actual gingerbread next year.
Ooh, I don't know.
That might be difficult.
Yeah. I think so. Okay, we're good.
What?
Well, I'm just wondering about that fire.
Oh, is it too hot?
It might be, baby. Mama insisted on putting another log on the fire,
Usually when we're done in here, it's almost out. So
you may want to adjust.
All right, fine.
I'll
Take
keep
off
chatting.
my gloves.
She's got her gloves on.
And my blanket.
She's in her apron
Claire's
and her
blanket,
gloves.
actually.
So also, other stuff that's been going on, we actually built an addition to our run-in shed. Not really an addition, more like we just added on to a windbreak, which is great because we kind of think that our goat Sweet Pea is pregnant.
Petunia. Well,
You think
we
Petunia?
think they're both pregnant. I know they're both pregnant.
You don't know.
Yeah, well.
She hasn't like.
Okay, stop.
Dr. Pulled it up.
Stop. You
She
don't
likes that
do
show.
that.
Dr.
You don't
Pole.
do.
It's horrible.
Actually, I haven't watched that show in a really long
I can't
time.
watch that show. That show is so gross.
Fine.
And I don't mind.
You don't have to watch the show, and I haven't watched it because you make fun of it all the time.
It's because, like, hey, Dr. Pole's on. She's snap of the glove. We're going in.
So
that's the first thing he does. He's like, snap, I'm going in.
Yeah.
And then he's taking his clothes off. I'm going to have to get down to the meat and potatoes of this one.
Okay, so here's the lowdown on our goats. They're both wide. Really? Okay, I've got my gloves on because it's cold out here.
How wide are they, honey?
I can't show how wide they are because the camera doesn't go that far. So, yeah.
Oh boy.
Grandma says she likes Dr. Pole too. Brad, you're a homesteader. Get over it.
You know, the funny thing is, I'll say this, that what happens with me is whenever there's a crisis going on, I instantly snap into let's deal with this mode. And I don't think about it at all. Like none of the stuff that if you got to deal with suturing an animal, which we have had to do, if you've had to deal with, you know, open wounds and gross things or all that kind of,
you just do it.
You just do it.
Right.
But when it's not happening, then it grosses me out. Like when I'm watching it on TV, I'm going, God, that's sick. But if we were actually having to deal with it,
it would be fine.
It's no problem.
Right.
It's no problem at all. It's just a funny thing. As a matter of fact, so if any of you guys out there, this is one of my mortal fears. This is true. True story.
No, stitches.
Stitches. I have a mortal fear of being stitched. So
Yeah.
if we're ever together and I get hurt to the point where I need stitches,
knock him out.
Better knock me out or else I'm knocking somebody else out. I flip out. It's irrational.
He really is.
I've super glued wounds this big and that deep.
You're the one on your foot?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was stepping in a one of those green stepping posts or what are those? Fence posts?
Yeah. Yeah, but they got those thin metal edges that you can kind of use as a tamp to tamp them down.
Yeah, I went through his rubber boot.
Up into my house.
Foot. Into your house?
Yeah, up into the foot. Amy, stitches do not hurt. Not really. Okay, you're not understanding. It's called an irrational fear because of the irrational part of it.
Yeah, right.
It's like some people flip out if a spider gets on them. They just flip out. They can't handle it.
T-post, that's it.
Yeah, der.
Okay, Grandma, I have had 7 babies myself.
Oh, yeah.
Are you talking about goats or me? Because we've had several goats that have had babies.
But then she's had a lot of babies too.
I've had a lot of babies. Wait a minute, you've had 7 babies.
3 words.
We have the same amount of children.
Poor uterus.
Wish he would stop saying that. Jason says he'll stitch you up.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Good luck. Better bring a shovel because you're gonna need to knock me out. So other stuff.
I'm talking about Brad flipping out about stitches.
Yeah, oh yeah, I can't.
I know.
I will super glue whatever to get. I'll just no, it's okay. We're good. Squirt, squirt, squirt. We're good here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So other stuff that's been going on. I can't read my own writing.
And I can't even begin
there
to
it
try
is.
Working on.
Oh, I know. We got oh man, we've got a challenge tomorrow. Jonathan and I.
Oh yeah.
We've got to change the brakes in our big. How many passenger van is it?
It was a 14. Now it's a 12 because we took 2 of the seats out.
So we can put animal feed and stuff in there. But yeah. So and we tried the other day to get the bolts broke free so that we could actually do it. And I'll tell you what, we even had come along bars on it. And we could not break these dang bolts free. And so I went out and got some of that super slick stuff, not WD-40, it's like better than that, that supposedly will break free any bolt. But we're going to be doing this in 18-degree weather, and I don't have a garage. So we're going to be out there, probably extra layers of clothing, changing brakes. But we got to do it. It's starting to grind a little bit, and that will be absolutely pant loads of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. Heidi says from Rain Country, she said Patrick cut his head open at work one time and they stapled it without giving him any topical anesthesia. I walked in just as the doctor was doing that and I was ticked.
Oh.
I would be too. Yeah, we actually, our daughter Hope, when she was in public school one year, a couple
Oh
years
man,
back,
this was nuts.
she fell.
Okay, explain. Our daughter Grace has
Okay,
cerebral palsy.
our daughter Grace has cerebral palsy, and anytime she got the teeniest, tiniest little boo-boo, they'd call me.
Like for
Okay,
ridiculous things.
ridiculous things. She was playing with the tetherball
And got a small little red bruise.
It hit her in the face. Okay.
Okay, that's kid stuff.
Right. That's gonna happen.
She's not made of glass.
Right. But then my other daughter, our other daughter Hope, she fell and split her chin and needed 3 or 4 stitches, and they didn't bother to even call me. They put a Band-Aid on it and sent her home.
Well done.
And on the bus. They didn't even call me to tell me she got hurt.
Well done.
So, thank you, public school system.
There we go. One of the many reasons why we homeschool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's time. It's time for the portion of the evening, guys, where we are entering the phase. Yes, it is time for channel shout-outs. You may shamelessly plug your own channel. You're encouraged to do so even. You should tell everybody all the channels and shows that you're watching. Who do you want everybody to see? We're going to read them. Mama's going to read them. I'm going to read them. So go ahead and start plugging channels, and then we're going to give you our channel shout-outs for the evening. And actually, it's kind of cool because one of my channel shout-outs for the evening is actually on.
Oh, is now.
Oh, it is.
Swedish Homestead.
Swedish Homestead. That sounds good. It's time.
Off-Grid Nation.
Off-Grid Nation. What, Tommy?
Crouchmatic.
Yep.
She just released a book.
Did she? A Swedish Homestead. That's twice now.
I've not heard that. Old Ways, New Times. And Amish Country Homestead. Daddy Curbs Farm.
Curbs.
Log Cabin Looms.
Jizza.
Basics to Living. Alderman Farms.
And we need to be praying for his continued healing. Yep.
Big Bear Homestead.
Yep.
Bandana Grandma. Hope's Homestead. Alderman Farms.
This is a Hobbit free zone. Hobbit free? No, Jason's here. Oh, forget it. Farmer Meemaw, Big Bear Homestead, Swedish. It's not a Hobbit free zone. He's here. Ha ha ha.
Oh my goodness.
Red Poppy Ranch, Swedish Homestead. That's 3 times. I don't know if that's the same person. I'm not reading the names.
No, I don't think so.
Popple Backyard Farm, Spaz. Swamp Ratman 200.
October. Farmer Meemaw, happily homeless.
Houseless.
Sorry.
Happilessly houseless.
Simply Circus, Farmer Meemaw.
Farmer Meemaw, bring me a dream. Whatever. Okay. Big Family Homestead.
Parsimony.
Parsimony.
Parsimony. I don't know.
Parsimony.
I don't know. Go for Green.
Tim Farmer.
Farms. Tim Farmer.
Bizarrizza Jizza. Wonderful channel, says Amy Davis.
Bandana Grandma. L2 Survive.
All right.
Farmer Meemaw.
Why don't you do that one, Mama? Because this was the one I came up with after I'd been thinking about it. You don't know them. I know them.
Nope, I don't.
You know them.
Okay.
Because they're back. They had been on a break from making, not vlogs, podcasts.
Oh, did they know?
They're back now.
They're back now?
They're back now.
Sweet.
Drum roll.
All right. An American Homestead.
Zach and his family are amazing over at An American Homestead. These guys are doing it for real.
For Rizzle.
For Rizzle. They are off grizzed.
Yeah. Their place is really, really cool.
They're so off grid they don't even have neighbors that have freezers that they use. They don't pretend to be anything except who they are. These folks are just amazing. An American Homestead.
Do you know, you've seen their outhouse?
Yes.
They have his and her.
That's pretty cool.
I love that. I think that is the neatest thing ever. So
American Homestead.
they are awesome.
And what a grounded family. They're just solid, salt of the earth kind of people. They're the folks that you'd want to have as neighbors if something ever really, really got bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, okay.
I wish we lived closer to them.
I do too, but they're in the Ozarks, aren't they?
Yeah. Arkansas, Missouri.
There's that.
Arkansas.
To live in misery.
Huh?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. We're looking for a new place.
Yeah.
It's no big secret. We needed it to be God's place for us.
Yeah.
We need more property, yada yada yippee skippy. Okay,
Yeah.
so my channel shout out of the evening, guys. I had a great phone call this week with a person who will remain nameless because I cannot remember if the person does not use their name on their channel or if they do. But Coping with the Times is over there. Yeah, Coping with the Times. I had a chat with this dude, and he does some great videos. Now, the trick is this, guys. If you go over to Coping with the Times, don't just type in coping space with space the space times, because there's a billion other names that will come up, right? What you've got to do is it's all one word, Coping with the Times. And just had a really great conversation, and it's just really cool when you meet people unexpectedly who are just instantly like-minded. And he and I were both like, well, what about this? Da, 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 da. And it was like, oh yeah, no, yeah. Well, what about this? Oh, yeah. And it was totally like that. So I would go on over there and check out Coping with the Times, maybe even hit the subscribe button and watch a few videos. If you don't like it, didn't cost you a penny, right?
True.
Not a dime at all. No. All right, kids. First topic of the night. We've got a lot to get to. Look at this. All this here are Mad Libs. There's several things. We got to keep on trucking. It's already 17 after, and we are not going to miss going over to see Tommy over at the Off Grid Nation.
And heckle.
Heckle. By the way, feel free to use any Christmas or holiday movie quotes at any time during the stream. You get cool points for that, because when we our eye catches like you'll shoot your eye out if it was like made in context and it worked.
Yeah.
You get total cool points, and we will award cool points liberally. So, okay, first things first. How many of you guys have heard about this nonsense with the Corpus Christi water debacle? Corpus Christi, Texas.
I've heard of Corpus Christi, Texas.
It is in Texas.
I honestly have not heard about the debacle.
Well,
would you please share? There
is a company who basically, I guess it could have been considered accidentally. I don't know how you accidentally put between 3 and 24 gallons of an extremely caustic chemical that's made. They use it for asphalt, like they use it in asphalt, some kind of, but it went straight into the public water system. And basically, the public officials came out and said, don't use it, don't do anything with it, don't even touch it. They literally said, don't touch it. I'm not kidding.
That's insane.
Yeah. And so people, 320,000 person city is just without water. Deal with it. We'll figure it out.
Oh my gosh. Unbelievable.
And that's the thing, guys. Yeah, you can't even touch it.
That is insane.
They said, Donna said they can drink it today. Now, Donna, let me ask you this.
Would you?
Hold on. First of all, before this instance, Donna, they've already had 4 instances where the public water was so bad that they had to come out and publicly tell people, you have to boil everything you're going to drink. 4 times this year. 4 times. And then this happens. Now, my question is, would you risk it?
Would you trust them?
I wouldn't.
After them dumping all of these chemicals in your water, I wouldn't trust them. I'd move.
No, well, but there's so many situations, like we couldn't move if we wanted to. No, we couldn't just pick up and move.
True.
But we made a video that was kind of just raising the flag on this, guys. And the bottom line is that so many people don't realize just how fragile our public water system is. Yeah. And it kind of really freaks me out and gets me really, really upset when there are certain states that say you cannot legally harvest rainwater. Why? How is that going to harm anybody? It doesn't belong to those people. No. It doesn't belong to a government. It's a God-given resource. Right. Why does any man think that he can say to another man, no, you may not have water because it dropped out of the air? What is it? It doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, are you with me on this, people, party people? Come on. Let's get mad about water. We don't have to get mad, but just like micro mad.
No.
So anyway, just wanted to bring it up because, guys, where are you in your preparedness when it comes to water? Because it's 3 words. Water is life. Mm-hmm. Heaven help us. Government corruption and power grabbing. Absolutely. It's control. They want to make sure that you have to do what they say. Because it breeds skeeters. Laugh out loud. As I pensively go, probably not. But he said LOL, so I know he's joking.
Yeah.
People stand up and say no. Absolutely.
Right.
Rain tax. That's exactly it.
They can't tax. They can't tax what doesn't belong.
No. Which states outlaw rain catchment? I do not know the complete list. I just know that there are, because when I've made rainwater catchment videos in the past, people go, that's illegal here. And I just don't remember where.
Well, and I think Colorado might be one of them, because living on a dime, they said they're not allowed to where they're at. I don't know if it's the whole state of Colorado or just their community.
Yeah, I mean, but it's none of their dagnabbit business.
Right. He still catches rain anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, okay, I'm getting backed up in my head because I get so irritated with this kind of stuff. Because I guarantee you guys, when you start looking at the freedoms that we have lost in the last 50 years, 80 years, do you guys remember property tax didn't used to be a thing? It was not. It was not. Yeah. There was no income tax for many years. Now you go to jail over this kind of stuff. Now they're telling you you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't even harvest rainwater, which they don't own or manipulate or have control or dominion over. It's a God-given anger.
States are moving to put meters on private wells.
How's that even possible?
That's insane.
It is insane, guys. And that's the thing, I don't know where you're at politically, and I promise I'm not going to jump in and go crazy political land. But I'll say this. A lot of stuff has been happening in terms of the transition team with Trump. And all I got to say about it is this. He doesn't look like a politician, smell like a politician, act like a politician, and do things so far the way a politician does. And whether I like him or dislike him or like him a little or like him or not, I'm going, thank you, God.
Yeah.
Somebody just do something different. More of the same is not working. The politicians that are there to quote unquote save the day, and well, wait a minute, they've been in power forever and they keep screwing it up. So whether you like him or not, I'm just glad he's not a politician.
Yeah, right.
Would I have picked somebody else? Probably, but it would definitely not been a politician like no. I got none of that. Just at least somebody try something new. So anyway, I wanted to just bring up the water thing just because it's in our face. It keeps happening all around the country, guys. And I don't know what your preparedness level is, but please, 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 for your sake and the sake of your family, look into what you've got, what you can supplement with, how you can filter. What would you do in terms of making sure you're good to go during the winter?
Right.
I'll tell you right now, up front, guys, we would be in serious trouble if the water system, the public water system went bad right now, today, because I've got 1,500 gallons of ice blocks that are 5 by 4 by 4.
Yeah.
Those are big ice cubes.
We don't have a way to heat it or to keep it from freezing without it costing a fortune, because if we got some stop tank heaters, that would be insanely expensive.
We would be paying probably $15 a day just to keep it liquid.
Yeah. Well, we have some water storage in the house,
We do.
so it's
I mean,
not.
we have enough where if there was an emergency, we could make it for 3 or 4 days, no
Yeah.
problem.
Huh,
Giant hair dryer. Yeah, water on the rocks. Yeah, no kidding. They're massive. It's those, you know, the 275-gallon IBC tanks.
Mhm.
Which, by the way, if you guys don't have any of those, you can look on Craigslist and pick them up all day long for $50.
Yep.
You run some piping right off your house. We put ours into a big filter that's got sand, gravel, activated charcoal. It's a 5-stage filter that we just made out of a 55-gallon drum, and I put my whole system together for gotta be less than $300, and that's 1,500 gallons of water.
Yeah. Plus, we have one out by the
run-in
animals.
shed. Yeah.
That catches the rain off the.
Yeah, so there it is. We're going to move on to another category here, but just I would encourage you, please look into what it is that you have, because this could happen to anybody.
Yeah. Oh, Bandana Grandma, they have an overflow. So they're not.
They're daisy chained.
Well, and you know, they're not going to be full. So they have an overflow that has some space. So the water will only get to a certain height, so that when it does freeze,
About 3 inches from the top.
The plastic
Can expand.
It won't crack. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, there it is, guys. Just that's a heartfelt thing, because I'm looking at these people in Corpus Christi with, I mean, they're having, can you imagine what it'd be like to have a family with little kids and you got nothing?
Yeah.
You got no water. We got 3 bottles of water in the house. I mean, you can't even flush your toilets.
Right.
So water. Check into your systems. All right, moving on, guys. We are going to tell you what. I think we're going to play some 21 questions.
Okay.
And then we'll come back to the second topic before we go on to our Mad Libs. Okay. This is going to be kind of like 21 questions. We felt like, since it's Christmas week, holiday week, we're going to keep it a little bit lighter.
Do some fun stuff.
So we got some games. Now, here's the thing. It can't be really 21 questions, because that won't really work well with this format. But we're going to see how much you guys have been paying attention. Full spectrum survival. Yeah, I bet you he's got videos on water.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have videos on water.
I would imagine.
I'd check his channel for sure.
Yeah.
But 21 questions. How well do you guys know us? Because we've leaked a lot of this information here and there over the last year. And so you have to guess, and we'll see how well, or who gets the cool points for paying attention. So the first question, you guys ready to type? You're going to try and guess the answer, okay? On your mark, get set. Okay. Go ahead, Mama.
In what state were we married?
Not you and her, because she's already married.
We.
I'm married to her.
Yes.
How long? Well, no.
What state were we married in?
And not confusion. It's not a state of confusion.
Hi, Claire. Hi.
So we're looking. Claire! You got to get to where we can see
Bear.
you. See.
Big Bear, you're not allowed to answer. Time's out.
Yeah, where is he? Can you time out a moderator?
Yes, you can.
State of happiness. That's better.
I like that. Yes.
Clear.
Florida. We got married in Florida. Yes.
In a sauna.
In a church, a very old church that
brick.
They did a Battle of the Bands in, and we absolutely fell in love with the building.
Well, and they had no AC.
And there was no air conditioning, because the church was built in the 20s?
Yeah.
Or earlier.
It was hot.
State of emergency.
No,
yes.
no,
No, not at all.
No, we didn't have children until many years later. Not that we weren't trying, though. I'll tell you that.
Okay, really? Family show.
What's wrong with that? It's married.
Move on.
Marriage circle.
Move on. Okay, the next one is.
Okay. The one ring to rule them all. All right. What is my favorite sports team? You're not allowed to know.
You're not allowed to answer.
What is my favorite sports team? It's not Hello Claire.
Hi, Dolphin Man.
Okay,
Yes,
want to
no
see
shotguns.
photos. One ring to bind, and in the darkness, burn them. Yes.
No.
I
No
love
shotgun.
full spectrum survival more and more every time I chat. Man, United, United, United.
Mighty Ducks.
No,
Everybody knows.
Manchester United.
Right.
I will say that I like players more than I like teams.
Right.
Yeah, that is true.
And my love of
Chargers.
Manchester United is waning because they're not playing Wayne Rooney very much now.
No.
Yeah, so I'm kind of going back to Chelsea. I like Chelsea a lot. Always liked Chelsea, but Man U, Wayne Rooney's a baller.
Mm-hmm.
He's an angry
He's
an angry Scotsman. He's got the beard and the redness.
He's not Scotsman.
I think he's Scottish.
No.
He is.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure he's not.
He might be Irish. He's not English.
Just one easy way to solve this.
We're gonna yeah.
Your love of men is waning. Manchester United, you punk.
Tommy just likes to bust your chops.
Yes, he does. He's a chop buster. DJ Chop Buster. That'd be your name. All right. So while she's looking that up, we're going to move on to another question. And feel free to get creative with your answers, guys. Okay.
Yes, feel free.
What is Krista's favorite sweet, other than me? I mean, because that's number one. Goes without saying. Goes without saying. What is Krista's favorite sweet treat?
I know.
What do we got here?
Claire,
I'm not gonna tell.
Liverpool.
get off my chair.
He is English? No.
Place of birth, Liverpool, England.
Danny B.
See?
Danny B got it.
All right. No, he already got it. Tim Beverly got it before then.
See?
Oh, you did?
Tim Beverly got it before then.
Oh.
I'm showing
Chocolate.
you.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Danny got it.
Yep. Well, she knows. Of course she knows.
So, by the way, this is kind of like a Christmas list, guys. So when you're wondering what to get us, go back through the chat and you can just write all these things. No.
No.
Although I would take some sweet Man U gear.
Yeah, no kidding.
I
Are we
would take
supposed to answer in question format like on Jeopardy?
Yes. And actually, even if it's not the right answer, you're going to get cool points. We got more questions. Here we go. All right. What is Claire's biggest fear? Claire.
Ooh.
Wave, Claire. Wave to the camera.
If Blaze was
Hi.
on, he'd know.
No, he wouldn't. I asked him.
What is Claire's
Did you
biggest
actually
fear?
time him out?
No, I did not.
Oh. That's funny.
No.
Spiders? No.
Nope.
No spiders, no clowns.
That's more of like a
You gotta
silly
repeat it.
one.
Hers is actually really serious. Dark,
Dark?
no. Brad. Danny.
Raccoons.
Boys,
Boys.
no.
No.
Or mama, no.
No.
No spiders. Sweatshirt.
I
She
love
has
the
the
sweatshirt. I
Raccoons,
love
spiders,
the sweatshirt.
snakes. No. Cooties, no. Daleks, awesome. That's a
That's-
Doctor Who reference.
Yep.
No. Boys,
Heights?
get
No.
more emotional.
Yeah.
She's a teenage girl.
She's a
for
teenage
crying
girl.
out
She's
loud.
practically ready to
No,
oh,
come on now.
everything. No, she's not
No,
like
not
that.
like that,
She's not
but-
like that at all.
Water, no.
Heights, no. What do we got? Clowns.
Oh,
No internet.
No, you already.
Close.
Pimples.
Claustrophobia.
Life without
Justin
Harry
Bieber.
Potter.
That is so true.
All right,
Go
Claire.
smell.
Claire. Okay, hold on. Claire, you got to give him a hint.
Scott Farkas.
Okay, it has something to
That's
do
funny.
with. Well, how would I even describe that?
Just say it.
No.
No, I don't want to give it away.
Oh. Bad
I
hair
guess
day.
it would be.
It would be unlike when you're with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Jason says
Delete
being away
that
from Blaze.
comment, please.
No. Jeez.
Anyone? Tell him, Claire. Why?
My
Her
biggest
fear is
being alone.
Oh,
being
always,
alone.
Steve
always.
got it.
Like
got
not,
it
not
right
necessarily with a lot of people, but more of the feeling of being alone, not just
Yeah.
knife in the heart.
Yeah.
So, once again, write these things down. That way you can be sending cards monthly so that Claire won't feel alone.
No, that's
And besides, most of you guys are spelling her name wrong, by the way. Just so
Yeah.
you know. It's Clare.
it's giving me
It's okay.
anxiety, guys, about you spelling my
Stresses
name.
her out. This
Stresses
is
me
really
out.
ridiculous.
Well, if you're going to do it, you got to go over the top, Claire. You can't be like, stresses me out. You need to be like Miranda
Out of the...
Miranda Freaks or whatever it is.
Girl.
What?
Your hands are freezing.
All right, moving on. We got another couple questions. Ready, guys? Okay. What is Brad's real hair color? Not down here, but the top on the head there. What's the...
Because this is the real color here.
This was not tampered with. What is the real color here?
On the noggin.
BC Truck says, I hate being alone. I tell my wife if she dies, I'm bringing a date to the funeral.
He's afraid of hobbits.
Wow, well done, sir. It is not gray. It is brown. Tommy is correct. I bleach it, and it looks pretty bad right now because I usually, if I'm all feeling rock starred out, I'll spike it up and stuff.
He didn't do that today.
No, it's time for a haircut anyway, but it's getting gray in certain spots, which is crazy. It's weird.
It's not brown anymore.
When I get my haircut,
Definitely not
when I get my haircut bald.
He's got more hair than you.
Yeah, no kidding.
See, Blaze agrees. It's
if
gray.
you continue to kick my chair, you're getting out.
I'm sorry.
So anyway, she's just all excited. She saw Blaze's name, and now she's rushing the screen.
Good day.
That's one way to get rid of her.
Teenage girls, put up a pic of your dreads. You got to go get it, man. I actually, it was funny because I was showing the kids last night. Oh yeah. You can't really see them, but there's hair coming down there.
Oh. It goes away too fast.
That was actually in Rome, Italy, and we were getting ready to play in front of 3 million kids.
Yep.
Literally, 3 million kids. It was such a crazy thing. Doug, are you a worship leader? Yes. I've been in Christian music since high school. Yeah. And on record labels, bands called Scarecrow and Tin Men, Cheer Up Charlie, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Hits, man. We used to tour and do the thing, bro. So anyway, what a freak. Hey, Tommy, did I tell you about the new channel that's coming on in about 20 minutes that's not you?
Oh, snap.
All right, moving on.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, if Christa...
Stop
pull
pointing at me.
my finger.
No.
Pull my finger.
No.
If Christa had a superpower, what would Christa's superpower be? What would it be?
I forgot.
No, we didn't. We left that. They're coming up with.
Yeah, you guys come up with it.
If Christa had a superpower, what would her superpower be? And don't say it has to be like anti-Brad Bieber. See, right off the bat, mind reading.
Oh no, I already have that.
Yeah. She has eyes in the back of her head.
Child rearing.
She's good at it. Not lying.
I've done that a few times.
Laser eyes, handling Brad
yes.
kryptonite.
Anti-paper flailing.
Pia, pia, pia. Make Brad be quiet, making cherry cobbler with her mind alone. I love the way you think, BC Truck.
She can fry you with the mom look, yep.
Laser eyes, dough rising. Nice.
I think I've got the fry you mom look. I already got that.
Is that like a university?
No.
No, but it should.
If I just stare at you, you just catch on fire.
No, it just makes me feel degraded.
Super cooking power. Healing powers. That's a good one. I like that one.
Goat milking.
Herself. I did that. I cloned her.
No, I am not completely. I'm partially him.
Beta
no,
Shopify.
you are more him than me. That's for sure.
All right. Managing Brad's filter.
What filter?
Some days are better than others.
Right. Sure.
Bandana grandma. Is Claire wearing a sweater on her hands? I like it.
No, Auntie Pam made these.
These are cool. They're repurposed.
Yeah. These were a sweater, and she had bought the sweater from Goodwill, and she took the sweater apart and made mittens with them.
Where's the other one?
It's right here.
They're super cool, though.
They are super cool, buttons, and there's fleece inside.
Cool. They're warm because my hands
Watch this.
are cold.
Tommy's going to love this. Oh. There we go. You see how fuzzy they are. They're so fuzzy. They're sweaters.
Yeah.
What?
And I just came inside from the milking, so my hands are really cold.
You guys are ridiculous.
Really?
All right, it's 7:40. Are we going to move on to Mad Libs, or are we going to try and talk about other homesteading things? Because I have one other homesteading topic.
You got worms?
I got worms. Wait. Worms! And I spelled vermicomposting wrong.
Big shock there.
Chicken scratch.
Awful.
Actually, no, I got a question for you. Before we move on to the Mad Libs, there was a friend of the channel named Bill, who sent us some really cool things in the mail, and he figured, well, you know, you probably come up with some really good ideas for these things. He gets these LED strips. These are LED light strips, and he actually lights his whole house up with them. There's a sticky backing on them. Ringworms or roundworms. Auntie Pam, well, we were just talking about you.
Yeah.
We were just talking about you.
I love the mittens.
Yeah.
I love them.
So anyway,
My hands are nice.
Bill sent me these lights and he's hooked them up to little 9-volt battery LED leads. These are LEDs. This is a lead. Okay. And I was curious because he sent 10 of them, what you think we could do with them, because I've got some ideas of my own, but I wanted to see what you thought. Because watch this. Little LED or
those
battery.
Are bright.
They are pretty bright. Look at that.
I want to put some underneath the counter, underneath the kitchen counter.
And this is only, what would you say, about a 8 to 10 inch strip, maybe? What do you think? What do you think?
I'm sorry.
Stay on topic.
I couldn't help it. I really think under the kitchen counter would be a fantastic place for those.
Well, that's what a lot of people use them for.
Or even underneath your underneath the sink. You know, when you need to get in there and you're having to you're having to find, you know,
where's the battery,
that
Mama?
Gets...
I need the battery.
You're a jerk.
It doesn't hurt.
I know it doesn't hurt.
Still
Don't you dare. I'll put, see, I can't even touch those.
That's how you test a 9-volt.
Yeah.
Okay, I have this really weird thing. I can not even, I can pick it up and I can feel the charge on my tongue. It's really weird.
So we'll try it with a headband. Woo! Look at that.
How about the bill of your hat?
Look at there.
On the bill of your hat, right here.
I feel like I should be in a techno video with music going oonch, 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 oonch. Nice. What about on the top? No, not as cool.
No, underneath.
Look here.
You're not listening.
A glow. That's pretty cool. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh my gosh.
It's completely out of control. So anyway, ideas for these things, let me know, because he sent 10 of them and I think they're really cool and they are super bright.
Yeah,
they're really super bright.
Reflecting dog collar.
Yes. All right, but we got to move on because we only got 15 minutes before we go over to Off-Grid Nation. Yeah. So it is time. It is Christmas time, Mad Libs. Christmas tree, Mad Libs. So guys, the way this works, if you don't know what Mad Libs are, I'm going to ask you if you got, you know, a thing, person, place, thing, thing, and we're going to write it down. Oop.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. Drop the pencil. Just don't drop the soap. All right, so here we go. First thing we need is a month.
First one to come up is what we
Well, not first one to come up. No, whichever's fun. That won't work because if they pick the wrong thing, remember? We talked about this. Because you don't know what an adjective is.
No, okay, seriously?
You don't.
You don't need it.
We need a month. Give us a month.
Is.
Give us a month.
June.
June's great. Okay, June. Next thing. We need a verb. For those of you who don't know what a verb is, look it up. Verb.
Delimber. Nice.
A verb. Anybody got a verb? Ran. Yes. Ran it is. We need a place. A place. A place. Of course, the Marine would have to say fart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Place.
Nice.
Hold on, let's see what we got. Outhouse. That's a good
Yes.
one.
Perfect.
Now you guys are getting the hang of this. An outhouse. Now we need an adjective. Be descriptive, people.
An adjective is
Be
a
descriptive.
word that describes a noun.
Adjective. All right, what do we got? Adjective. This is going to be awesome. Sun City, not Pennsylvania.
Fuzzy.
Okay, well, fuzzy, maybe.
Fuzzy.
Maybe.
Quickly is an adverb.
Stinky. There we go. You guys know your grammar. Okay, I need another adjective, so keep them coming.
Silly, stinky, rotten, joyful. Furry, silly.
Let's go with
moist,
rotten. Rotten.
lanky, willful.
Okay, another place. Another place. I know this takes a long time because of the delay, but this is going to be fun. Steaming. Woo! I wish I would have picked that one. Icky. Wishful.
Put steaming in another.
We'll figure it out. Place. A place, a place, a place.
Mount Rushmore.
Let's see.
Homestead.
Homestead works.
House. Tree house. Attic.
Homestead. Another verb. We need a verb. We need a verb. We need a verb. We need a verb and a noun. So verb and noun. We're going to try and make this go a little quicker.
Moon.
Verb and noun. Hell. Well,
It's
I
a
could probably
place.
put that in a.
It's a
Is there another
place.
place? There's not another
No.
place. Verb and a noun.
Jumped is a verb.
Jumped. That works.
Eat.
On to the noun.
Swagger. That's a good word.
Swagger's
Swagger.
good.
Is there another verb? Yeah, here. Swagger. Oh, Mr. Nice.
We need a noun and a verb, guys.
Stab. Bank.
Wait a minute. Okay, noun first. Two. Noun, because I'm trying to make this actually make sense. Because sometimes they don't make.
Not supposed to make sense.
Yeah, they have to.
Rock. Car.
Okay.
Barn. Bed. Sing. Slinky. Rifle.
Okay.
Love.
Is fart a verb? I guess it is.
Yes. It's an action.
Okay, it is an action. Another noun.
Dump.
Oh, that's horrible, but we'll go with dump.
Yes. It's.
I need two adjectives. Two
Uh,
adjectives. Two adjectives. Two adjectives.
Slap. Now slap is a verb. Skipping. No.
And a color. Two adjectives and a color. And we're almost done. Two adjectives and a color.
Irritating.
Okay.
Feathery. Feathery.
Okay.
Green.
No. T-I-N-G.
Green. Chunky.
Green.
Sure.
Adjective.
Mean.
Mean.
Cosmic.
Moist. Another verb.
We got one before.
Another verb.
Snotty. No, that's not a verb. Fast. No, that's not. That's an adverb. Come on, we need a verb.
Is angry?
Drove.
Okay.
Drove is a verb.
Okay, noun, exclamation, and holiday. Noun, exclamation, and holiday.
Noun. Noun. Brad. That's a noun.
Okay,
Proper noun.
here we go. Exclamation, like, "Buh!" Exclamation. If we hurry, we might get another one.
Squeak.
For exclamation?
Yeah. Right?
I guess. And now a holiday.
Passover.
Passover. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're finally done. All right, and here to prove it, Wrote down what you said. All right. So this year's Mad Lib verse, well, first one, we might have enough time for another one. It's called the Christmas tree. It's the Christmas tree. Every June, we run to the No, that doesn't work.
We ran to a tree.
Okay, every June, we ran to a tree outhouse not far away. Not just any stinky farm, but a rotten tree homestead. My dad and I jumped onto the cow to fart for the perfect dump. Wow. So let me repeat that. My dad and I jumped onto the cow to fart for the perfect dump. Some people like them feathery and irritating, and some like them green and fat. We are searching for a tall and moist one. Over there, I exclaimed. Dad, it's over there. Off we drove, saw in hand to swagger this year's cat down. Squeak! It's Passover finally. Now let's see if I can narrate this a little bit better. Every June we ran to the tree outhouse not far away. Not just any stinky farm, a rotten tree house homestead. My dad and I jumped onto the cow to fart the perfect dump. Some people like them feathery and irritating, and some like them green and fat. We're searching for a tall and moist one, I said. Over there, I exclaimed. Dad, it's over there. Off we drove, saw in hand to swagger this year's cat down. Squeak! It's finally Passover.
Oh my
Oh boy.
gosh.
I don't know if we got time.
No.
We got time for another
No,
one?
we don't. No, it's 7:52.
We don't.
We can save it for next week.
I'll tell you what.
You is right, Suburban Hillbilly.
I got 3 more, guys. But we don't want to gyp Tommy over the off-grid nation, and we are not going to.
No.
But I'll say this. Here's the thing. Next Sunday is Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
If my abacus is correct. My abacus, which I have many abaci.
Right.
I have many. My plethora of abaci is astounding.
Anyway.
Anyhow.
We are not going on vacation or anything like that, guys. So
What's that?
our plan is to be here for you and with you. And if you got stuff you got to do, that is absolutely cool. But if family time is kind of lulled out and you want to come and be goofy with us, I guarantee you we got some stuff to do.
We will straight up be goofy.
We're gonna have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, before we roll, we're gonna say a quick prayer because that's who we are. We're a family of believers. And if you're not, feel free to rock on. Going over to see Tommy. We don't try to push our faith on anybody. It's not who we are, but we do want to reach out to those who want to pray. So next week, hopefully see you. If not, don't go changing.
Right.
All right. So Father God, we come before you tonight and we ask that you would help strengthen this community. And Lord, you would help people become more and more self-reliant and teach them the skills that they need to be able to provide for their families and support their neighbors in any situation. Lord, let them know that you love them. You love them more than anything. And that you've done everything so that they can have a relationship with you. We are so grateful for everything that you provide for us, Lord. And we thank you so much for this Christmas. And we thank you so much for the amazing gift that you've given us through Jesus. Amen. All right, kids. Tommy, Off-Grid Nation, booyah. Have a great night.
If we don't see you next week, have a very Merry Christmas.
Have a nice day.